My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. Alright, we're going to click the Arena button and then I'm going to explain what's going on. So, today, I'm going to date this episode, I usually don't like to do this, but today is the NRL Grand Final in Australia. So I've been drinking since midday. Cheers, by the way. This isn't going to be like the Drunkstone episode, right? I've only been drinking for a while, I haven't been fully blown drinking for a very long time. So I'm not going to call it Drunkstone or anything similar to that. It's just I'm going to mention this off the top because I might slur some words, I might make some misplays. I really don't know. And I want to get that out immediately so that if I do fuck up at any point, I'm absolved of any guilt that could be related to it. So I'm going to take Shaman, because I've played a lot of Druid, I've played a lot of Paladin, so I'll take Shaman. If you have a minion with spell damage, gain +2/+2, so if I have my hero power out, 25% chance that has +2/+2. Nah, I can only take the one that's actually decent. Use your hero power twice a turn, it's actually really good. Stormforged Axe is actually really good. Tuskar Totemic is fucking amazing. Ooh, we're getting some good cards. Sen'jin Shieldmaster is a really good 4. I like Power Mace as a 3, and it heavily incentivizes picking up, shit, that's a lot of weapons in the other game. It heavily incentivizes picking up mechs, like the Micro Machine here. Tuskar Totemic. Tuskar Totemic is super powerful, in my opinion at least. I'll take the Ship's Cannon because I don't want the Ogre Magi clogging up my 4 slot. That's another Draenei Totem card, but I really wish I could take them, but I can't. Can't afford it. Take an Ancestral Knowledge. It's basically one more mana for a Arcane Intellect, which is decent in late game at least. Ship's Cannon. Frostwolf Warlord is a lot better in this deck, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 early game plays. I need a 3-2 as an early game play. Hex is amazing. Okay, now we can take some later game cards. We've got the Unbound Elemental. Crackle is versatile. I'll take Lava Shock. I really don't like the 7/5 because it never goes 2 for 1. It either goes lethal or it does nothing. Mana-Tide Totem. Mana-Tide Totem just wins you games if it's out in the right time. Ooh, Pit Fighter. Fuck yes, the best 5-drop in the game. Toshli is an amazing 6-drop. Oh, we've got some good stuff going on here. Whirling Zapamatic is heavily incentivized because we have 2 Power Maces. Ogre Brute is really good. Oh man, I have nothing on anything but 2 and 3 right now. Although a lot of my 2s are versatile, like the Crackle, the Lava Shock, the Ancestral Knowledge, those are all played in the later game. Those aren't played early. Kvaldir? The only thing is I know it's not going to be Blackwing Technician. I'll take Kvaldir for late game because I already have 3 drops. Take Bolt of Isoga for late game. Take the Maiden of Lake. Mostly because I have the Kvaldir as well. Take Draconid Crusher here. Take another Hex so I can deal with other opponents late game. Fuck me. I'll take the Spider Tank because if I power that up with the Power Mace, then we win the game. Another Stormforged Axe. God, we're too high on weapons. Mukla's Champion is amazing in Shaman because it buffs the one that you summon. Elemental Destruction to get back on the board. Yeah, I'll totally do it. So Mukla's Champion is really good because when you hero power, you summon a usually 0/2, right? Or a 1/1. And it'll buff it with 1/1/1/1. Sorry, 1/1/1/1? No, it'll buff it with +1/+1. There we go. So you either end up with a 2/2 or a 1/3. And the difference between a 2/2 and a 1/1 is immense. The difference between a 1/3 and a 0/2 is immense as well. In fact, it's a little bit stronger than the difference between a 1/1 and a 2/2.
Brawl versus Malfurion.
So Mukla's Champion could carry us through games.
For Doomhammer.
I kind of want to keep the curve. Yeah. I've got 3 weapons. It's relatively likely I draw into one at some point. So my opponent goes first. I go second. My opponent goes again. So I want to actually summon the Fairy Dragon earlier rather than the Whirling Zapamatic. The Whirling Zapamatic would allow me to get more face damage in. But summoning the Fairy Dragon means that if my opponent is keeping a Wrath or a Living Roots as a response to my 2-drop, they can't do anything. So it locks my opponent out of a bunch of their options. It's the same reason you want a Fairy Dragon in the early game against Mage, because they can't use Frostbolt as their 2-drop. Okay. So I ran out of the thing that I was mixing my drink with. So now I have to mix it with basically pure death. I'm going to trade because if my opponent summons a 2/5 Druid of the Flame here, I've got a perfect trade. Oh, this is decent as well.
Elements guide me.
So if they hero power to slow down this turn, they can only summon a 2-drop. Almost every 2-drop in the game dies to the Power Mace. And when the Power Mace dies, I summon the Whirling Zap-O-Matic for extra power. So basically, I end up with a 5/4 Wind Fury. So if my opponent doesn't have, like, Starfall next turn to beat it, I win. So I attack just for the buff on this. My opponent doesn't have a 2-drop, so that weapon probably isn't going to get value. Right? It's not going to one-hit a minion. At this rate, at least. Swipe. That is not when you want to play Swipe against a Shaman. Shamans have a lot more important stuff to hit with Swipe. Vitality Totem isn't the best that I could get, but it's okay. If my opponent dares to summon anything that gets hit by Stampeding Kodo, I just win. That doesn't really get hit. Yeah, I'm not going to try and hit that with the Stampeding Kodo. A 1/2, especially when all it does is allow me to get 1 damage to the face. Not that big. Not that big.
To Northrend.
That's pretty big. You can hero power? What are you doing? You have to have a response. Hero power, really? So that you don't sacrifice the 1/2. Well, that's kind of dumb. Well, I can't kill the Argent Commander anyway, unfortunately. I kind of want to roll for the Healing Totem. It's a 50-50 right now. If I get the Healing Totem, this puts the Stoneclaw to... Oh no, but my opponent hero powers. Alright, end turn. We're fine on this. I want to get my weapons. I have 3 weapons left in the deck. A Power Mace and 2 Stormforged Axes. Both of those incredibly good right now. So my opponent gets a free kill there, unfortunately. Wow, that's really good. They generated 2 minions I can't deal with right now. I'm gonna go hero power because taunt or healing is amazing. Cool. Whew. How are you today? Excellent. I didn't even leave you time to respond. I just said immediately I'm excellent. I'm sorry. That was a little insensitive of me. My apologies. Okay. Bolt of his Ogre did a 2-for-1. That's good enough. That probably happens. Almost certainly. Yeah, because then but then Mech Yeti hits into this.
You're in trouble now.
Unfortunately, healing doesn't do anything this time. Both this and this can kill this easily. I mean, it prevents Wrath for 3 killing this without using the hero power, so you'd have to use 4 mana to kill it.
You're in trouble now.
It's not that big. Not that big at all.
Magic shall not save.
If you had to silence something, I think that's kind of bad for me, actually. Yeah, because I can't kill my healing totem now. Oh, now I can.
I fight dirty.
Well played.
I need this to die at some point, but it's gonna get the +1/+1 forever, so it's fine. I'll kill it whenever I want.
Enjoy raiding.
Okay. So they have to run one of these into here and then one of these into here. Their hero power isn't really relevant. So they're basically sacking this Quality Raider at this point. You can't prevent it from dying. Oh, shit. Whirling Blades? Big Game Hunter? No, never mind. You only have 2 mana left.
A natural.
That's Big Game Hunter. So now I know that. Well played, you goddamn idiot.
Well played.
So now I need to sacrifice it anyway because I know that's Big Game Hunter.
I fight dirty.
Freed from the curse.
Kind of want to taunt to prevent the hero power from killing the 3/1, but you win some, you lose some. So I can use the reversing switch for basically like a 4 mana burst by swapping the Maiden of the Lake. And I've got Hex just in case my opponent summons something really big. We're okay right now. What? But that was a... I knew what that card was. How did you... They swapped that card somehow to trick me. So I get 6 in, it goes down to 11. Then I've got 8 next turn. No, that doesn't get me lethal.
Blade.
If I could extend for lethal next turn using the reversing switch this turn, I might actually risk it. Although it opens this up to a bunch of removal opportunities. Like that would have done it. The 2 damage here would have done it. Wrath for 1 and then hero power? Yeah, that makes sense. Excuse me? Moonfire! That's not what you want to top deck when you have 7 mana left. Where? Oh, right, they can't go. They don't have charge. Well, I've got, like, strict control of the board right now. So I can play slowly. I don't need to generate a power mace. I don't need to do shit at all. It's a second living roots. So I do want to kill my healing totem. Because as soon as I have a healing totem out that's actually pumping my minions up, I'm going to be way better off.
Take this.
That's perfect. Prevents my opponent from killing my 0/1.
Unleash the beast.
Okay, so they can kill this. So I use Power Mace plus my healing totem to kill that. Or I could use healing totem plus Lava Shock. No, I need to develop the Power Mace at some point.
Elements guide me.
Now roll the healing totem or the taunt totem. Either is fine. It's pretty good. So this is basically getting like a +1 attack every time it gets healed because I'm going to be swapping it to attack.
I concede.
Oh, well played. Never mind. Right. 1 und 0. Sorry, und 0. What is this? This is Twitter. Never mind, Twitter is taking 5,000 years to load, so I can't read whatever it was. Alright, I've lost my patience. That's how many seconds of patience you get before that's fucking it. No more. Sleeping Lion Rogue. So we could have some problems against a Rogue. A Rogue has got the easy early removal options.
For Doomhammer.
Backstab, fucking... What's the 0-3 Disguise Toast? I know it's not called Disguise Toast, but that's such a charming name for it. Oh! Man, if I had a coin, this would be an amazing opening hand. The SI7 agent, there we go. SI7 agent's so good, especially with a bunch of backstab in your deck. Ooh, take out a fucking... Take out anything! But usually you're taking out a spider tank with that, or an ogre brute. Backstab, SI7 agent, you spend a card, kill a card, develop yours, it's crazy. Stormforged Axe is actually really good next turn. Gives me 5 power of reach. Allows me to kill almost anything. Okay. Roll the totem first. So basically I had to play that to buff the minion by 1/1. Unfortunately that means I have to stick to 4 mana next turn, which is pretty bad. Backstab attack? I'm fine with that. That's 2 cards for my 1. Fuck. 5-drop. This is bad. Shadowpan Rider? I lose. I lose! I can't deal with that. That's a fucking ogre on this turn.
Did you bring some fish? Elements guide me.
That is so good as a fucking 5-drop. Sorry, as a 4-drop. Coin the 5. So if you have coin and that in your deck, your win rate as a rogue has got to be absurd. How am I going to kill that? Oh, never mind. I found out how.
Did you bring some fish?
Did you bring some fish? My impersonation of you. Unfortunately, I'm getting a lot of the basic totems, like the shitty ones. There's Totem Golem, there's Flame Tongue Totem, there's Manatide Totem. There's a lot of good totems to get. I'm not getting any of them.
Go ahead.
It's got to go for my 3/1, yeah. Go ahead. Make my day. I really can't let that Patient Assassin kill my Mookla.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
So if this kills anything except the 1/1, I get to respond with my Stormforged?
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That kills the 3/2. One probably trades for the 2/2. Really? This is not revealed? I mean, that does make sense.
Guide me.
I have to cash in the Mooklas here. Hopefully I get the taunt. Of course I didn't get taunt. So that was a 50-50 for the taunt or Searing Totem. Taunt would have been amazing. Would have prevented my opponent from actually using the Patient Assassin to kill this. Yeah. I'm gonna need, like, Ancestral Knowledge draw to bring me back in the... Fuck, that's gonna kill 2 of my cards. Oh my god. Oh, no. Power Mace, I'm fine.
Tinkering?
Well, that's gonna kill 2 of my cards now. Or I can just Power Mace Senjin Hero Power. That doesn't seem that bad, actually.
Elements guide me.
So it looks like they have to trade both of those in order to kill the Senjin. It's good enough. It's a 2 for 1. Island Shredder is kind of annoying. I really want to get a mech, so hopefully I can dig for it with this Ancestral. That'll do. If this is Doomsayer, I'm annoyed. Okay. Well, every single card I draw from this Manatide Totem makes it almost impossible for my opponent to get back into game. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Okay, replace your weapon.
I'll put it on your head.
Tinkers. Interesting. I can't respond to the Tinkers on the board. I could trade. That's a safe play. Stormforge gets me. No, I don't need the Stormforge. I've got the Cavaldia Hero Power this time. Plus, I've still got my Manatide Totem out. If I let the game go on longer, I just win, right? I don't need to worry about trying to win now. I can win later. Toshli, excellent. There's no way my opponent gets back into this now. Like, Blade Fury of this is possibly the most likely way to do it. And you'd have to start with Sprint in order to get all those cards, so... It's not happening. 2 mana. 2 wins. There's a fruit fly flying on my screen. Taunting me, mocking me. Like the raven in Edgar Allan Poe's Timeless Tale. Vodka's usually my poison of choice, but I usually don't drink it that strong, because that's 90% vodka, 10% energy drink.
I must protect the one.
It's a bit much. Alright. Stay with the Stormforged Axe, everything else goes back. I don't want to have a response in my early hand, but... oh, fuck. I haven't got a curve. Stormforged Axe has the overload. Of course I don't have a curve. Depends on what my opponent plays. I might have a curve. If they play nothing, I could have a curve. That's the coin. If they play Darnassus, I lose. Hello. If I play Whirling, I force him to Hero Power next turn.
Elements guide me.
I wonder if it's possible that their plan was the Hero Power next turn. And if this is going to prevent them from dropping a 2-drop, in which case they'll Hero Power, not kill anything, and fuck their curve anyway. Nope.
You might feel a little tingle. For a little while, I got a big
Okay.
punch.
Elements guide me.
I'm gonna go with this one. Rather than Micro Machine. Because if I play the Micro Machine, it goes to a 2-2 by my opponent's turn. They buff it with a Shattered Sun Cleric, and I lose. Right? I'm gonna have to play off curve here, because I need to play something that can kill the Acolyte in one hit. I might have to Hex the Yeti, or Savage Commando, or sorry, Savage Combatant, if it comes out this time. Whoa. Excellent. I win that joust. It's an easy kill for me now. Please tell me you have a follow-up.
Bathe in flames.
That's a follow-up, I'll give you that much. I'm not going to say it's a good one. I'm going to go with Hero Power rather than Micro Machine. Oh, Healing Tome is fucking incredible. So it prevents Swipe from being disproportionately powerful. It prevents my opponent from Hero Powering to kill that and then using the Druid of the Flame to kill something else. It's just so good all around for me. So that looks like it takes a 3-2 and a Lava Shock. Hmm.
I am freed from the curse.
Tusk, tusk!
I'm going to go for that because I don't think my opponent has the ability to punch through the 0-2 for free. And if they don't, they can't kill the Fairy Dragon for free. So I just get free face damage.
Night on the prowl.
Oh, they can. Well, I mean, that's not so bad for me because the 2-6 cleans up afterwards. I'm now scared. You know what? I'll have to let that develop. Because my play otherwise is just so good. It's not that bad. Hero Power, kill this. What do you do with the rest of it? I mean, that's killing this by an extra 1 damage. So this extra damage that the Mookless Champion is providing is not really doing that much. Okay, now it's doing a fair bit. What? No, you Hero Power to kill this hero. Alright. This person is unfamiliar with how to play video games. That's okay. Not everyone can know how to play video games. Evidently. Ooh, Crackle is better than Hex. But I have to rely on a 50-50. Null Hex. I fucked up.
Take this blade.
Yeah, I fucked up. I wanted to use the health on that and leave the 0-1 up. That's my bad. Yeah, I screwed up severely. Well played. But I still fucked up. It's my bad. Okay, 3-0. 3-0? It's pretty well done for me. Again, my goal is always 6.35 wins. What's my average at? 6.22 or something? It's stupid. It's weird. I can never remember what my average is at. If you're wondering how I know what my average is, there's statistics in the description down below.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
Can't keep Manatide opening. No, I don't have a 3. I can't keep this engine. I want to keep this engine, but I can't. Well, I have a 3 now. But I don't have a 2. I mean, I don't have a 2 into a 2. I have a normal 2, but... Great, I'm gonna have to wait. So if my opponent was keeping like Flame Cannon and or Frostbolt for their second turn play, they're gonna be pretty sad.
Someday I'll be just
Never
like
mind.
you.
Elements guide me.
Okay, I'll play on Curve for the response. Especially because I have a Fairy Dragon to develop afterwards.
Shush!
That doesn't make me want to develop the Fairy Dragon, but I still have to, unfortunately. So it kills the Fairy Dragon for free, and then I kill it with my weapon. Not how I wanted this to go down.
Best seats ever!
Whoa, that's not okay. My opponent's gonna severely rush me down at this rate. They pop that, attack my face twice. I can't take that. I actually can't take that. I have to hex that. Because that's 6 damage to my face. And then my response to that is to take another... Sorry, that's 8 damage to my face. And then my response to that to take another 4. Especially against mages who have, you know, fucking Frostbolt, Fireball, etc, etc, etc. I can't do that to myself.
Elements guide me.
I am freed from the curse.
I could easily lose if I tried to. I hope I draw a 3. That'd be so good. So it looks like the Maiden of the Lake kills the 2/2 and survives against the... Sorry, kills the... Kills half the health of the 4/2. So this makes me really, really nervous. How do I deal with a 4/2 at this point? Power Mace it? Sure, but what do I develop alongside a Power Mace? Hero Power? Really? Fuck. Yeah, I can't do it. I'm gonna develop Toshli because I don't need to go for the Bolt of Stogie yet. Opponent has 9 damage on board using their hero power as well. Fuck. That would have happened to the Boulder Fist, and if it happened to the Boulder Fist, I wouldn't have 2 spare parts, so that's why I did it.
Elements guide me.
You're in trouble now.
So if my opponent doesn't have Fireball, I can stabilize, but if they have Fireball, I lose. Ooh, if they're not going face, they probably don't have it. Yes. That's pretty good for me. Sure. That's the majority of the value from 2 different minions traded into my 1. That's fine by me.
Elements guide me.
So I'm going to freeze that, because if I can attack this and then Power Mace it next turn for the injured Blade Master, I might be able to get this to trade way up. Assuming my opponent doesn't have... Well, they don't have Fireball, otherwise they would have killed me last turn. So assuming they don't have Polymorph or Flame Lance in hand. I'm just gonna develop a big minion. Trying to go with something fancy like Hero Power, it only matters if it summons a Healing Totem, so that I can go to 6/5, so that my opponent's 3/2 plus their Hero Power equals 4, doesn't kill it. Aim Strike's pretty bad, but is not entirely horrible. My board stands up against it. They're gonna go face? Interesting. What do they have in hand that's a good idea for them?
Elements guide me.
I can't take that damage right now, right? I lose if I do.
For the spire.
Yeah, I lose if I take the 3 damage to face, because my opponent pings my face this turn and then pings it next turn, and then they win.
Silver Moon shall not fall. Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Yeah, they would have won already if I did that. Whereas now they're just going to win anyway. So. Didn't really change much. Yep, that doesn't work. Well played. Yeah, I lose. 3-1. We should have won that game. There's no good reason why we won. Why we lost that. We had decent curve, we had decent removal, we had decent answers, we had decent prediction, decent guesses as to what their hand is. Guess we just need more heal in our deck.
Thrall versus...
Opponent didn't even cast spells at our face.
I will fight with honor.
For Doomhammer.
That's a curve. I'll keep, because if they don't summon a creature viable to hit with a Power Mace, then I... Ooh, nice, Shaman hand. But if they don't summon a creature that I can hit with a Power Mace, I don't want to use the Power Mace at all. Fucking shielded mini-bot. I lose.
Shields up. Red alert.
Excellent work, asshole. Oh, the 1-1 might actually get me back in the game. Then I Whirling Zappo and Lava Shock next turn. So if my opponent summons something with 3 health this turn, I could get back in.
Reporting for duty.
Yawn. I'm gonna go off curve because then this is invulnerable to my opponent's board. Whereas if I went for the Whirling Zappo and I hero powered, unless I got the unless I got the Taunt Totem, I'd be in a pretty shitty position. Okay. So they're going like full aggro, which is annoying because we found out that's our weakness.
Did you bring some fish?
So 25% of the time this whiffs, and I'm sad, but that is not this 25% of the time. And the Vitality Totem's actually surprisingly good right now. 4 heal to the face, they might even try and focus this. Like it's that bad for them if they're trying to go super aggro.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Well, the more healing I get out of this, the more I win.
Elements guide me. I can't.
Ooh, Power Mace. Consecration is really good for them right now. They get to clear the board and probably hero power afterwards. But currently this is my best way of seizing the board.
I am freed from the curse.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna let me draw more times, you're going to regret it. So I guess I'm really glad that you're gonna let me draw more times. I'm tempted to just drop the Boulder Fist Ogre. Like, it would be Hero Power, Whirling Zappo, Ancestral if I didn't.
I wonder. Elements guide me.
2 card draws plus Taunt out of the Mana Tide is good enough, I guess. It's good enough. I can deal with that as my just rewards. So my opponent could... Fuck, I guess... Hero Power, summon the Quartermaster this turn? That's pretty bad. Hero Power, summon a 6/7 this turn? That's pretty bad. Those are probably like the 2 worst case scenarios. There's no easy removal for a Shaman here. Sorry, for a Paladin here. Other than Equality. Certainly got a burn to it. This is what happens when you drink vodka that is 90% nail polish, 10% ethanol. Okay, that's not They're probably sad about the 12 health that I got to the back of that. Well, Hex is suddenly amazing. Hex is always amazing, but it's suddenly a lot better.
Elements guide me.
No, that's gonna go into there. I mean, it's gonna get value off of its friggin' Divine Shield regardless. Unless, of course, I like Ancestral Spirit to dig for the Hex, but that's a little much. And if I don't hit, I just lose the game, so it's pretty bad.
I am undefeated.
Oh, that's bad. That is very bad. Not worried about the Power Mace?
Reporting for duty.
Quickly.
Nah, I guess they're not worried about the Power Mace. Now I need that Hex. It's not a Hex. Okay. Unlock my crystals. So I'm gonna just try and win over card advantage right now. If they try and go for the value to hit here, I can Power Mace respond. Alright. This might actually slightly hurt the audio quality, but I'm kind of burning up right now, so I'm turning the fan on a little. A very small amount, not that much. It's okay. Usually, almost any degradation in my audio quality is immediately covered up by the fact that there's background music in the game that's kind of erasing any issue.
Let's move quickly.
Let me think.
Right, you don't have a good turn, evidently. You're pretty sad about what has to happen. 50-50. Why would you buff that? Did you run out of time to attack? Please tell me you ran out of time.
Elements guide me. I enjoy raiding.
This Cavalier Raider plus hero power this turn is basically the same as the Draconid Crusher. It's a 6/6. It uses a lot of my mana, whereas this costs 1 more mana. I wasn't going to do anything with that mana, so it's fine. And it gets a Wrath of Air Totem out as well. So it's pretty good, actually. There's very few ways that they can deliver lethal this turn where they wouldn't have been using it last turn in order to establish dominance on the board. So I'm talking about the fact that well, that's the top card from the deck, so I can't guarantee what that is. But I'm talking about the fact that it's not going to be something like Seal of Champions, it's not going to be Blessing of Kings, it's not going to be Blessing of Might, that kind of thing. Really difficult for my opponent to get to right through my 0-2 right now. Yep. So now they can't deliver anything through it. Oh shit, that Kraken! Do I like eat shit off the back of that? I have to trade both of them into that or I lose. You're kidding me. Right, I'm gonna use Elemental Destruction. I have to hope that it doesn't kill the Draconid.
For the spire.
Didn't kill the Draconid. That's the only way I live. Otherwise, the 9/7 attacks my face and I lose.
Hey, I can see my house from here.
I could draw some really good stuff right now. That's definitely really good. Because it keeps the 6/1 alive. Yeah, I probably win. Probably win now. Armored Warhorse wins the joust, attacks my face, wins? Could happen. Okay. 7 damage incoming next turn.
Reporting for duty.
Do I want to do the full 7? Put this here so I can buff this if I get the Flame Tongue.
Elements guide me.
No, see, attacking that actually opens me up to more options from my opponent for lethal. Because if I attack that, the 4/2 Charred Divine Shield Argent Commander and the True Silver Champion both kill me instantly. Well played. Attack into it. Alright. 4-1. Evidently I need to play more often when I'm drinking. Sorry, play when I'm drinking more often. Other way around. I haven't been drinking much of this, and it's because it's absolutely abhorrent. And I don't like leaving the camera when I'm recording an episode. If someone would come in and offer me a soft drink to put in it, Never mind. Evidently, that's not the reality of the world we live in. Sappho, the mage.
You asked for it.
Alright, I like having 4 cards. I don't like being, you know, eternally behind on stats, but that's fine. That's not good. These are like that and Crackle, I guess, are my only 2 drops that I never want to play as a 2. And I'm getting all of them. Okay. Hopefully I get a Spider Tank so I can justify coining out the Power Mace and then playing a Spider Tank on turn 3. So hot! It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take off all your clothes. I can't let my opponent develop that board. So I attack this one first, because if I attack this... Oh, no, wait, if I attack this, I heal the 5 immediately. It doesn't matter. I guess this is the worst one for my opponent to bounce. Really, there's no significant difference.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Ooh. Animal Companion's a pretty good card.
Elements guide me.
That worked out quite well, if I do say so myself. I could Ancestral Knowledge Lava Shock this turn. Oh, I wish I could fucking hit that. That would be the best turn of my life.
I am freed from the curse.
Because then I get my overloaded mana crystals back. It's so good. Flame Lance? Wowzers. You are very serious about what you do. Yep, developing Stampeding Kodo isn't that as good as doing this. Job's done. Okay. Toshli next turn is pretty good. Very high health, very tanky, I like it. Are you gonna fucking ping my face, seriously? So how many of your cards are responses? Like all of them? I'm gonna stick strictly to my curve right now and unplay Toshli, rather than Stampeding Kodo to kill that. This is a 50-50 to kill it.
Open fire!
No. I'm not going to take the 50-50 chance. Two finicky cloak fields. How am I going to use those effectively? That's pretty good unless it gets killed. Yeah, it gets killed. Fuck. I was looking for the possibility of Mukla's Champion Hero Power next turn, but that's not gonna happen. That's actually the worst result it could have gotten. Excellent. That was only a 25% chance to prevent the ship's cannon from trading in. If it was a 4, 5, or 6, it would have been fine. 6 would have been amazing, of course.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Alright, I'll behold. I'll behold for a little bit. I might use Finicky Cloakfield to keep Mukla's Champion hidden. Not that bad. Or to keep Cavaldia Raider hidden.
I enjoy raiding.
Spinning up. Mookla's hero power 9, 12. So I can deal 12 damage next turn. So assuming my opponent flame strikes this turn, I don't have lethal.
Don't worry, love.
Second flame strike? Am I that unlucky? Ooh, that's really bad.
Did you bring some fish?
High tide.
Flame Strike's really good here, but do I think they have a second one in hand? No. The answer to that question is no. I don't think that. That's a really good 5-mana card, but is it good enough? Again, the answer is no. I mean, why do I even ask these questions at this fucking point? I want a hero power next turn. Please let me hero power. Fuck you. Come on, man. That hero power would have been epic. What? Would have had a 10-7 Kvaldir Raider? That's dope as hell. It would have been dope as hell, at least. Unfortunately, my opponent has absolutely no regard for good taste and
Thrall versus Uther.
manners.
I will fight with
Speaking of no regard for manners, Paladin. I'm going to keep the ship's cannon because it deals well with a shielded minibot, which is almost certainly the opener card. Oh, yes, excellent. I love this board. So your archer actually gets better every single time you click. Okay. Light's Justice turn 1 isn't that bad. I used to say Light's Justice was entirely horrible, but for a class that doesn't have a ping, giving them a ping is actually really powerful. Because your opponent might play around you not having a ping, and then suddenly you have a ping, and it's like, fuck me, I guess. Okay, they went face, that's weird. I mean, it has to be Power Mace at this point.
Elements guide me.
I should have played the one from the top deck so that they were constantly guessing about what I've been holding this entire time. So the more I click, the more accurate my archer should be, to the point that I can start splitting my own arrow.
Elements guide me.
Freed from the curse.
Okay, I've got a 5-drop next turn, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, my opponent gets to deal with this and then develop their own 4, so I'm pretty sad. What are you doing? What? What are you doing? Hero power? Oh, that's fine.
Reporting for
I might Power Mace hero power instead. Is that correct? No, that's not correct.
Blade.
My opponent doesn't actually pose an immediate threat to the Maiden of the Lake, so I can hold off on doing that. Plus, if the Maiden of Lake survives, I've got Kvaldir hero power for a 6 mana 6/6 plus, you know, whatever. You know, a 6/6 plus whatever. Okay, I have to deviate from my plan now. So that's an Avenge, almost certainly. So I test first by attacking to the face with this. Then I Power Mace to kill you. You get hit with Avenge. No? What? Well, that's just insanity. I had to play around Avenge whether or not it turned out to be Avenge, because Avenge is the worst case scenario there.
reporting for duty.
Busy.
Shields up. Red alert.
Busy. I can attack to the face with both of these and get the Draconid Crusher out as a 9/9. But I haven't summoned a minion since that has come out, so it's entirely possible that that's redemption. Alright, I'll do this.
Enjoy raiding.
Heal, please. Oh my god, the healing totem makes this so much better.
I fight dirty.
I'm gonna kill this because it means that my opponent's Light's Justice can't get through this with the +1/+1. Also, I have another weapon in hand, so it's fine. Oh, it's Competitive Spirit. Well, that's not that good. Not in this position.
I have no time for games.
Sylvanas, thank you for the Hex still being in my hand.
Well played. Elements guide me. High tide.
I fight dirty.
I'm just gonna go face. Sure, they can kill this. Fine. Really, it's okay. If they can't kill this, then they already lose. Okay, Lay on Hands is not good enough. Mind kill that. My opponent, I hero power. I have 16. Yeah, I have 16. No, I have 14. I have 14 already. That kills that. Excuse me? Well played, you lose. What? Now I'm gonna summon the Draconid Crusher because I fucked that up before and I need to get some practice in on using the Draconid Crusher correctly. So that's pretty correctly if I had to guess. 6-1. One more win and this officially brings up my average, which is good enough for me. I quite like bringing up my average, especially when I'm not entirely tip-top in terms of reasoning ability. Although I think I've been doing pretty well so far. I haven't noticed, although of course I wouldn't notice them, severe misplays yet. I keep bringing it up to drink from it and then I remember, hang on, that's almost entirely turpentine, so I don't exactly want to be drinking it right now. Frugalicious, Definitious, something-licious. Look, it's been a long time since I've listened to Fergie. In fact, it's been literally forever. I don't listen to Fergie. Cool. I was just checking on my phone, it's all good. Nothing played on turn 1. Alright, I'm gonna coin Unbound. Because if they play a 4-5, I can severely disrupt them with the Stormforge. Even though it's off curve. I mean, this is still severe disruption. Hero power this turn, drop a 2-drop. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do you have a 2-drop? I mean, you didn't play a 2... Oh, you top-decked a 2-drop? 3-drop even works. Fuck. Oh, fuck me. That's really good. Stampeding Kodo eating that is amazing for me, but... Wild Growth. I wasn't able to punish the Wild Growth. That's pretty fucking bad for me.
Elements guide.
One hex used. I do have another one.
For the Lich King!
Can't hex that. Fuck. This is all bad all the time. It's possible the best decision there was to actually just summon the pit. Oh, fuck me. Come on. I should have gone with the pit fighter. I just should have gone with the pit fighter. There's no reason not to. Yeah, I'm losing this entirely of my own fault. God damn it. I need Elemental Destruction. It's the only card in my deck that can get me back in the game.
Tadingo!
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anodized Robocop, okay. Oh! Nourish for the card draw. I can't win anymore. I'm... Like, even if I Elemental Destruction, I'm out of cards. I lose.
You're in trouble now.
I can't do anything to your board. Okay, here's what I need to hope. I need to hope that they summon something fucking huge. And they hope that that wins them the game. So they just put down something big. That's not gonna work. Needed them to put down one big thing. That's, I'm noticing a pattern among the things my opponent are doing here. Many of them aren't just one big thing.
For the Lich King!
Elemental Destruction could win me the game. I have to top deck. So Elemental Destruction, I use my hero, sorry, my weapon to finish the Spectral Knight.
I enjoy raiding!
Seven, 9, 16 hero power win the game. You have lethal, don't you? Alright, you're missing lethal. I'm fine with that. That's one more turn. I have one turn to top deck it.
Well played. Elements guide me.
They have 11 damage on the board. Hero power makes it 12. Alright, 6 and 2. Well, we did have a way to get back in that game, but unfortunately we didn't get it. That Nourish for the card draw, I mean, they would be 3 cards less, and they wouldn't have all of the easy responses they did. So, Nourish for the card draw was seriously the big killer there. Nourish is such a good card. When you've established the board already, of course, and my opponent had. I think that's the second time I've lost. Like, last arena, I also had a loss where I was going card for card with a druid, and I was getting value, eking out value. They had a little bit of a foothold on the board, and then they nourished, and I lost, because they just had 3 cards suddenly out of nowhere. Sprint does the exact same thing for rogues, but unfortunately it's much more of your turn. So you can only play like a 3-drop with Sprint, Whereas with Nourish, you can play a 5-drop, which is a minion all of itself. Like, it's a fucking big, old, tanky-ass minion. And you get 3 cards. It's crazy.
Thrall versus Uther.
Golden Pants.
I will fight with honor.
For Doomhammer.
I always want Ancestral Knowledge in the late game, and I always draw it in the early game. And the only time I ever want, you know, fucking Elemental Destruction is in the mid game, and I always draw it in the late game. Oh, well. Do I coin a 2? Yes. And I coin a 2 because it will make me a lot stronger against the Shield Minibot. Shields up, red alert.
Elements guide.
Get shot on. Okay, opponent uses muster for battle, and they are officially that guy. You know that guy that plays every, like, they draw the perfect curve. Like, imagine you're playing Magic. They draw the perfect amount of land in their opening hand. They draw the perfect curve. They fish for their late game. They have everything going their way. And yet they still get mad that they don't win. Basically, I'm talking about Kaiba. I'm talking about Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series, of course. Fuck off with your GX bullshit. I remember when Yugi Moto was fighting for the savior of our world. Power Mace doesn't help here? No, it doesn't.
Did you bring some fish?
Lame.
Elements guide me.
My next turn is almost certainly Power Mace Hero Power, so I may as well waste the 2 damage on this. Maybe I should have hit it into the 2-7. Almost certainly I should have hit it into the 2-7. That was a mistake. That was a definite mistake. Damn it.
Reporting for duty.
God, I'm gonna have to overkill it now. If I just hit that with the fucking 2-2 weapon, sorry, 2-3 weapon, game would be so different. That would be 2-2 right now. It hitting this, it wouldn't survive.
Let me think.
Even without the Divine Shield intervention, I would have been able to kill it. Ah, never mind. It's entirely my fault. Recruiter needs to die. God, I hope I draw a 3-drop or something I can play at least. Okay, hopefully this is Avenge. Okay, so it's not Avenge, Competitive Spirit, Redemption, or Penitence. Repentance, whatever it is, you know, turning my minion down. What is it then? Eye for an eye? Not eye for an eye, is it? There's got to be another card it could be. I can't think of another card it could be. It's not Noble Sacrifice. It has to be an eye for an eye. Oh, looks like they might have just overdrafted on secrets because they were like, oh, fuck it, we've got a secret deck going, I guess. Kind of annoying. Especially because if that is now Penitence, I'm pretty sad. Repentance, whatever it's called. I'll remember it one of these days, just today is not that day. Okay. It was not the worst case scenario card. I do have a Hex, so I can deal with hitting a bigger target with the Avenge buff, if that's what it is. If they run their one... Never mind, they're not going to do it. I was about to say, if they run their 1-1 into the 6-6, they're clearly trying to get me to avenge the 7 mana card there.
For the spine.
Please hit the 7 mana card. This one. Bum. Yeah, that's their best play. Silverhand runs in here. Archmage plus Hero Power runs in here. This goes down to 4 health, but I still have to contest it with the Draconid Crusher. Excuse me? That's not that good. I love Mookla's Champion Tuskar Totemic Hero Power because you get so many different minions buffed.
Not on my watch.
Tempted to Hex that.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, I've got 8 mana to play with next turn. Noble Sack, interesting.
Get down!
Elements guide me.
You're in trouble now.
I was hoping it was Avenge and it might hit the 4-1, turn it into a 7-3 Divine Shield, in which case Hex is fine. Hex is still fine right now, but I just don't feel good about doing it. That minion might as well not be there.
Reporting for
Gonna make
duty.
very little to no impact in the game.
Did you bring some fish? Elements guide me.
So basically, this means that my opponent can only push through the Stoneclaw with 1 damage. Say, attack here, and then they've got 1 damage to roam. Consecrate is pretty bad. 2-7 ends up hitting the Stoneclaw Totem, and then the 1-1 kills the... I'm assuming Tuskar Totemic and the Mookla's Champion. Okay, so you can get 4 damage through. Does that help you? I mean, none of these targets are on 2 health. I don't think that actually helps you to do. So why would you do it? Desperation? Entirely possible. Let me just constantly ask you questions and then answer them immediately, because that's definitely the way to have a decent conversation. Off that.
Elements guide me.
It is an eye for an eye. So I made sure to attack in the correct order. I love Mookla's Champion in Shaman. It's such a good win condition. It's a 1-card win condition. You don't need fucking Bloodlust. You don't need Wind Fury Rockbiter Weapon. You don't need any of that shit. You just need 1 Mookla's Champion in your Shaman deck, and for people to scream outside because their NRL team is winning. And then he's set to go. God, look at this curve. It's so bad. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, oh, I don't want to drink it. Oh, blimey, that's not good. It definitely wakes you up, though. Definitely dilates the pupils. And that's what you want. You need dilated pupils to be really good at Hearthstone. That's why Lothar's so good at it. Zen, a rogue. Well, we're probably lost. Rogues are really good at combat tricks. Like backstab, abyss, you know, things that are supremely undercosted but have this highly situational usage. And then in the early game, it's not really a highly situational usage. It's almost always valuable, especially in the early game. I just repeated that. It's almost always valuable, especially in the early game when it's valuable in the early game. Good work, Ryan. Master Genius Insight. Okay. Pretty good to top deck at 2 right now. I'm pretty happy about it. Especially if my opponent doesn't have, like, backstab, etc. If they just develop a minion, I could be really happy about it. But if they develop a particular type of minion with 3 health, I'll be pretty sad. Oh, fucking SI7 kills me. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Did you bring some fish?
Okay, so you have to miss with the 50-50, and then you have to hit a 33% chance to hit the Micro Machine. So that's a 16.67% chance. Not particularly high. Yeah, deadly poison. Yeah, I'm pretty sad about that. But at least my opponent has to take a bunch of damage. So in order to prevent them from getting a bunch of value out of their hero power, I need to just constantly hit their face, right? To prevent them from being able to use their health as a resource to trade for my minions. If I just let them trade for my minions with their health as a resource, I'm gonna lose.
So many options.
Attack. Kobold Geomancer prep. Dagger Mastery. Ooh, that's not good for me. Please try and like heal that by 2 or something. It's annoying. Oh, thank you. Perfect 5-drop for the situation. Yeah, man. So it might look like this match is getting really easy, but as soon as they develop dominance on the board, I'm gonna lose. Unless I draw like Crackle and then just keep attacking their face and they have no taunts or heals.
What lurks in the den?
That's really fucking bad, because that gives... This hits that, and then there's the 40% chance for me to lose the game. And that's if the Ogre Brute hits this. 40% chance for me to just lose. Do I lose? Ooh, don't lose yet.
Elements guide me.
I'm tempted to go face. My opponent didn't have 1 damage free last turn. Otherwise, it would have already...
I fight dirty. I fight dirty.
No. Need to continue going face. If that Ogre misses this turn, they might have to use the 3-1 and the 3-1 dagger. Oh, never mind. That Ogre misses this turn. Oh, never mind, they don't need the Ogre to miss. Ogre won't miss. Impossible.
Big punch.
Elements guide me.
Okay, now they could just reach for lethal. It's currently 8 damage on the field. Sure, it's 50-50 for the 8 damage, but all they really need is a trigger and then 2 Abysses to win the game. Cool. I'm almost certainly going to lose this game.
May my ancestors.
Oh, fuck this. Can't kill that. It's the worst it could have been. Because then this kills that, and then, you know, how do I respond to it? Stormforged Axe? Sure, but I would have been responding with the Stormforged Axe if it was a 1-3, and if it was a 1-3, it would have survived. Okay, I need Elemental Storm now to actually get back in the game. Otherwise, I lose. Please, Lightning Storm. Not Lightning Storm, I don't have a Lightning Storm in my deck. Elemental Destruction. I need my opponent to spread on the board, run out of cards, Elemental Destruction. Yeah, I've probably already lost this. In fact, I'm just going to queue it up.
Sneaky. Shush. Quiet.
That's weird. Usually when you play a card and it stays on the board, usually it's a minion or a weapon or something, but my opponent's managed to just put a random tree on the field, which is weird. Well played. That attacks. Even if that misses and hits this, I'm still dead. Alright. 7-3. At least I was correct that I was going to lose that game. I don't think it would have been significantly different if I attacked the 3-1 rather than the face when I did. Damn you, where are you? Elemental Destruction, 3 mana card, never managed to draw it when I needed it. Dang it. Yo, that is entirely enough. 180 gold justifies the run. Let me open this pack at the very end. An epic. Another epic. Sarcasm? No, wait, normal. Nice. I like getting 2 epics. It's a decent amount of epics to get. 7-3 is pretty good. Thank you, then. And then Sincere Smile. Like the one I'm wearing. It didn't look sincere, did it? It was sincere, but it just didn't look it. Naturally. Alright. We're almost in an amount to make another legendary. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. The name of the deck has been Arsenal. I'm going to call it Arsenal because there's a huge sports game going on outside, and I know Arsenal has a soccer team, and that's kind of like a thing, at least in the UK. And of course, because we had 4 different early game weapons, 2 Stormforged Axes and 2 Power Maces. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and oh wait, no! I'm missing out on a lot of things to say! If you've liked the video, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on Hearthstone Arena, Adventures, Ranked, and Tavern Brawl, past, present, and future, and hopefully we will see you next time. Now you can go.